New York City, the most expensive city in the world.
First time New York is the most expensive city in the world.
You know, it's tough being a young person out here. We're just hustling.
We know the cost of living in New York City has skyrocketed.
Last year, tourism in New York City was at 85% of pre-pandemic levels. This year, it's on track to get even closer.
But what if I told you there are 10 free things that you can do without breaking the bank?
In terms of money, we have no money.
So whether you're a first timer, whether you have family coming in town, friends coming in town, it doesn't matter. I've got a couple of things that I want to share with you that you can do for free or at a small cost in New York City. So whether you have family coming in town, you're looking for somewhere to hang out with a couple of friends, you're looking to go on a date or anything like that, the stuff I'm going to share with you today is literally priceless, and you can do it almost any time of the year, and it probably should be on everybody's bucket list, especially if you live here. Now, the first thing that I have to put on this list is parks. Now, during 2020, I found like this new love for parks because I guess you could say everything was closed and I just had an opportunity to go outside. So going to parks, whether it's Central Park, now that's probably the best one, but if you don't live in Manhattan or if you don't get there often, there are plenty of other parks all throughout New York City. That's a quick Google search away. In Brooklyn, I go to Prospect Park or I go to Forest Green Park or there's plenty of parks to go to, but nonetheless, it's a great place to go with a group of friends, maybe get some wine, maybe bring a couple of party favors or what have you, play some games. A lot of times you can bring your city bike to the park too, so getting there is not usually that tough, or maybe even taking the train. But nonetheless, there's not a lot of greenery and there's not a lot of grass or really even trees like that in New York City. So if you're looking for something to do and you want to get some fresh air, you don't want to spend a lot of money, just go to the park. They have basketball courts there. Some of them have pickleball courts.
Let it ride!
Some of them have tennis courts. You can walk your dog. There's trails. There's bike paths. There's benches and what have you. So that is one thing that I can say that is pretty good about New York is they do have a good amount of parks that you can go to. And a lot of them are pet friendly. So oftentimes you don't have to worry about that. They have the designated areas for that. But in the summertime, you'll see people tanning there. You'll see people grilling there. You'll see people playing games, doing all kinds of things. So if you're looking for something to do, go to a park. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is the High Line. Now, I've only personally been here 2 times in my entire life, but it's about 1.45 mile park that was built on an old train line that sits like above Manhattan's streets. And it's got nature, art, and really, really, really nice views of the city. So you can go up there and take some photos, take a nice walk, enjoy the art, or relax and sit on the benches, maybe bring some finger foods with you and sit down and have a seat. I've seen a lot of people shoot some content there, whether it's be like reels or short form content or photography and stuff. But
God, please, no! 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 No!
I mean, it's just really nice to go to because why not? It gives you a great view, you get some exercise, and it's a little bit of history built into it as well. Another thing that is really cool that I probably haven't taken as advantage of as I should is museums. I've been to a couple of them, and some of those might include the Museum of Natural History or the Museum of Modern Art or the Brooklyn Museum, even the Met, which has art from all over the world. I'm sure you've heard of the Met for. Museums are a great idea to go to. They're massive in size, so definitely wear your walking shoes. But it's good if grandma's in town and she wants to get out and about, mom and dad are in town, auntie, uncle, what have you, or even if you're going on a date, or even if some people are in town who are into history or into art. It's really cool to go there. Brooklyn Museum has First Saturdays, so it's kind of like a party, I guess you could say. But museums are awesome. Everybody likes them. I've been to a couple. So you might ask, is a museum free? Now, if you are a New York City resident, it's kind of free. You kind of have to like donate what you want. You know, you can choose the amount to donate, and that amount could be $0. If you're non-resident, I think it kind of works the same way. I'm not sure, but I just know for a fact that I do not have ID, New York City ID or New York State ID, and I've gotten to a museum for free. But check that information what you will. And I don't know about you, but when I'm in museums, I always think about the action movies when they try to steal the art. So I'll be looking around like, is there opportunity to do this? How realistic is this? But you should go to a museum. Now, the next item on this list is the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm sure you've seen anybody who's probably traveled to New York probably has a picture on this bridge. Just check their Facebook, check their tag photos on Instagram or something. But everyone loves to take a picture here. I have pictures here with my sister. I think we came here in 2019. That was the first time I walked it. But nonetheless, it's a great experience. You get to see the Hudson River. You get to see the connection between Manhattan and BK. And you'll see all the vendors that are posted up. I know New York City has been trying to clean that up lately, but nonetheless, it's a good time to just walk back and forth, get some exercise, see some of the city, take in the views, take some photos, and maybe get a taste of the different cultures that are in New York City from the street vendors. Highly recommend doing this. I think you can take the train, the C train to High Street, and then you can just walk straight up there, walk to the other side, walk back, take the train wherever you need to go, and you'll be back on the downtown Brooklyn side when you get back to Brooklyn. So I highly recommend that. It's a good time. A lot of these things do require a lot of walking, so definitely bring your walking shoes or your running shoes if you're coming to New York, because you're going to do a lot of that.
I'm tired, boss.
All right, so the next thing on this list might surprise you a little bit, because I ain't going to lie. Even though I'm from like the Maryland, D.C. area, when I moved up here, I did not know that New York City has beaches.
What? What the f?
And when I say beaches, I mean more than one. They have multiple beaches. I've been to a couple of them. The one that I'm going to talk about today is Rockaway Beach. It has a couple of different things involving its history, but I'm going to talk about that one because it's easy to get to as far as public transportation is concerned. You can just take the A/C train to there at the last stop or one of the last stops and just walk down to Rockaway Beach. Brother, do not forget the picnic blanket/towels and just have a good time. I went to the beach more times than I could count since I've been living in New York. And you don't even have to get in the water. If you're not used to doing that, that's totally fine. But just come, soak in the sun, get a tan, put some sunscreen on, have some drinks, and enjoy your friends' company. I'm a beach bum. I love it. So make sure y'all go to the beach. There's Rockaway Beach, there's Jones Beach, there's Reese Beach, there's Orchard Beach, there's Manhattan Beach. And even the Hamptons has beaches. If you got Hampton money and you want to go all the way out there to Southampton and West Hampton or East Hampton or whatever it's called, then
hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
another thing I'm going to talk about that I can have to say that I have never done yet is the public libraries. But if you're someone who likes to read, if you like to get away from busy cafes and the hotel lobbies, when you like to work in public or get something done in public, I highly recommend going to the New York Library. I have friends who go there all the time, and New York is home to some of the coolest libraries in the world. It has some really, really beautiful architecture, and the ones that are considered historic, a lot of these are in Manhattan. So get yourself a library card. Maybe one day go there, relax, get some work done, read a book. I don't know, meet some people, especially if you're a college student too. Maybe get outside of your college library and head to a New York library. Highly recommend doing that. And the last thing on this list is the Bronx Zoo.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Now, I have to say that I have not been to the Bronx Zoo, but I've heard wonderful things. I hear it is free on Wednesdays. So if you happen to be here in the middle of the week and you can't decide what to do because it's a Wednesday, go to the zoo.
You serious?
It's probably been a long time since you went to the zoo. It's definitely been a long time since I went to the zoo. But nonetheless, it's free on Wednesdays and it has a really good reputation. It's been open for a very long time, and you can see some animals. You can bring the kiddos. You can just go with whoever you're with. But nonetheless, you can do that. A couple of honorary mentions. You can do the Manhattan Bridge. That'll park you down near like Dumbo, and you can look over the overpass and walk by the water. It's really nice over there. They have Soho House. They have a bunch of food and stuff. You can definitely go over there. You do got to spend a little bit of money, but also you can take the Staten Island Ferry. It doesn't cost that much money, but you can hop on that and get incredible views of New York City and the what's it called, the Statue of Lady Empire Statue of Liberty. God damn.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You get great views of the Statue of Liberty if you go do that. And a couple of Washington Square Park. There's a lot of great food around Washington Square Park. Hold on, I'm actually scrolling on my list here to look. But Little Island, that didn't make the list. I have been to Little Island. From what I hear, it is a financial nightmare as far as it costs a lot of money. They ain't generating no revenue. But I hear good things. Go to Little Island because it looks nice and it's like floating little, little pods, I guess you could say. You can go to Coney Island too. Coney Island is a little underwhelming, but it's Coney Island, so you got to go. I've gone a couple times. Go get you an overpriced hot dog. Look at the rides that look way too unsafe for you, and look at all the bad little kids running around. So, all right, that concludes it. These are just a couple of my top 8 to 10 incredible free / almost free things to do in New York City. So let me know if I missed any of your spots. Let me know if you have some suggestions, some recommendations, and let me know what you would want to hear next from me. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you for making this far. And if you like this video, please like this video. And if you didn't like this video, thank you for sticking around.